What is going on, YouTube fans and Play to Earn gaming fans? It's time to give away 1,000 tickets, and then it's also going to be time to check out some of the updates on Honor versus Madness. Anyone who doesn't know what the tickets are for, it's for their Carnival shop, where you'll be able to buy NFTs and other items that might be coming out in that shop, including emotes and all kinds of other things they haven't even told us about this game. What is Honor versus Madness? It's a TCG card game that's going to be played in a realistic world, including a dual format. This is a game changer when it comes to TCG games. Kind of the idea is you're going to walk around their world, you're going to be a wizard either on the good side or the bad side, even though that'll be kind of iffy as to who's good and who's bad. And then when you run into somebody, you will battle them with your cards and you will finish that card battle with a wanding duel. They will be finishing moves so that you will be able to have kind of a crazy win sequence if you are the winner. And so I hope to see more people doing that. Now, how do you get in on my giveaways? I will post this video onto my X account. You have to be following me. You have to like the post. I ask that you repost it, but it's not a requirement at this point. So it's just follow me, like the post, leave a comment. That gets your name on this wheel right here, and you get a chance to win. Now, unfortunately, we had one comment who didn't quite do everything he was supposed to. So right here, you see this follow button. That means that he is not following me. You go to this account, you see follow back. That means he is following me. The reason why is if you win, I need to be able to send you a message. If you're not following me, I cannot usually send you a message over the X platform. I'm not going to ask anybody to contact me if they win, because then I'm going to get a bunch of fake people trying to contact you. Most time I reach out to the person as soon as I finish recording the video. So before any of you even get to see it, they've already been contacted about winning, and then I just wait for their reply. So it's a lot easier, a lot safer for everybody. And yes, that does mean that you have to follow my annoying post about Splinterlands, other Play to Earn gaming, and Honor versus Madness. But hey, I'm giving away free tickets. It's 1,000 tickets. It might be able to buy you something pretty cool. So let's go ahead and talk about some of the updates we found out this week. Now, the big update here is we got this little teaser video we're going to watch together. It's just 55 seconds. It's the first look at their in-game world and the in-game environmentals that we as players will be walking around in. And some people might say this looks a little bit cinematic, but they have said that this is their, first little area that they finished up. So I'm going to mute myself and then go ahead and get the video going. I'm going to turn it down just a tiny bit for you guys.
Even in the darkest of alleys, you will find a flower breaking through stone. It does not bloom for applause. It blooms because it must. So must you rise, not for glory, but for truth. When no one sees your fight, fight anyway. When no one believes, believe anyway. The miracle is not that you feel brave. The miracle is that you still move forward without it. You were not born for safety. You were born to stand. And standing when all else crumbles is your magic.
All right, and I'm back. That's their little intro of their world that has been created. Now, if you go to the Honor versus Madness, they also do their weekly updates, their full updates. I went ahead and watched this. The main points we'll get to here as I bring it up on the screen for you guys. Is he did show this environmental video here as well, and explained to us that it was part of the game and it's the world that they're building, so it's a lot different than most people might expect. If you play Splinterlands, we just log into a platform, play the game. This is not going to be that type of game. You're going to log in, walk around the world, interact with other people, go into battles with people that are standing there, do your card battle, and then have your magic duel. So it's a mixture kind of what you've seen in Splinterlands and maybe Parallel and some of those other card games out there. and Gods Unchained would be another. Hearthstone's the big Web 2 version one that people play a lot, but it's going to have a combo version. And the only game I can really think of at the end for the duel system that I've seen is the Ori game, where you get 3 different options. It's called the rock, paper, scissors model of dueling. It's not going to be called rock, paper, scissors, right? You can pick, anything. We could play, tanks, jets, nukes. I don't know what beats the nuke, but as long as you program it for one thing to beat one thing to beat the other, one thing to beat the other, and for the 2 things matched up into each other to be ties, you can play rock, paper, scissors. So the rules will be in the duel, and you'll duel each other. The big difference there, though, it's not like you're going to play a card battle and then go into the duel and have dominated the card battle and then lose the duel very easily. The whole point of doing the card duel beforehand in these matches is because that's going to be what weakens your opponent, so that when you go into the duel, it's a lot easier for you to win. Could they beat you perfectly in 10 rows in a row of rock, paper, scissors and come out victorious? Yes, they could. So, just pay attention to learning to the rules and their attack patterns, and you should be fine. Now, the other thing he talked about is their May Madness platform that is currently going on. Now, I've talked about this in my last couple videos, but if you guys hadn't heard about it yet, we have 2 hours left in this week's competition. Now, you might not see this video while this week's competition is going on, but I don't really suggest you try to win this week. This was the first week of the competition, but basically what it is they're giving away $200 a week here, $100 on USDT and $100 USDT to people who do the biggest stakes and the biggest percentage gain stakes. Now, we'll see if this grows over time. On some of their other projects, they pay out 3 places and they pay out the tokens, but this is kind of unique where they're just paying out money and only to one person in each category. The reason I didn't really try to get this out earlier is because our current there's currently 2 people fighting for first place over here with 5 million tokens bought. And then over here, we've got the top winner with a 1,000% gain. But I'm going to go over how you would get into this if you wanted to do it beforehand. Or for next week. Because next week, you're going to have some of these people, if, all of these people here that staked, 5 million, 5 million, 2 million, 2 million, 1, 1, 1, 1. They would have to come in and buy that many tokens again, because these tokens are staked and locked up for at least a month before they could do it. The other thing is a wallet can only win once, and then they're on a 2-week, a 3-week cooldown. That's in the terms and conditions here, or 2-week cooldown after winning. So the 2 guys who win, if it's these 2 wallets, and these wallets are different. The biggest gainer here. This is the one that you can kind of go for, and you can be strategic without actually being that big of a holder. You have to do the minimum stake. It's in the terms and conditions right here. You have to have at least 50,000 staked already. So let's say you come in next week and you stake 50,000. You're not going to win biggest stake, but you come back the next week of this competition. You increase that 50,000 to 500,000, and then you're somewhere at the top of this list. And you probably have a good chance of winning. Now, does somebody else do that same strategy and compete with you? Maybe. I don't know. Nothing is guaranteed in a competition. But, I'm guessing both of these 2 guys are coming in with a buy in the next 2 hours to see who gets that $100. And then we'll see what goes from there. I'll be following this each week. I do my video showing you the updates and kind of showing you what it's doing to the ecosystem. Now, did this competition going live pump the token a whole lot? Well, if we go and we look, we have 2 charts for GG. You can see here that it is the 17th. This contest came out on around the 10th. And when I did my last video, we had a nice pump. We had a little bit of a sell-off. Went back up, a little bit of a sell-off. And then unfortunately over here, after having a little pump, we did have a little dump. And now we've caught a little bit of buy action. It'll be interesting to see what happens from here. If we start to have some buys going this way, or if we start to head back down here, which would have been the more local highs. Now, this is a 4-hour chart. If I go to the 1-day chart, you can see here on the 1-day chart, we can go in, April 10th was here, And then, we had the little uptrend, a downtrend, an uptrend, and now a little bit of a downtrend. So maybe this looks a little bit better for the token because, this right here went up and it came down, but it didn't come all the way back down to here. So maybe this can be our new floor and we can start to head up, but it has to hold this area. See this area here. I'm not a huge chart person. And then this is the token over on Sonic. Now over on Sonic, we're on the 4 hours. We can go out to the days. The token has only been here for a couple days. If you go to May 10th, it was this one here. It was after the pump. So there was a really big dump. And you see what this buying right here was? It was because there was an arbitrage opportunity. The token got cheaper on Sonic. Right now, it's actually a little bit more expensive on Sonic, and I'll explain why in a moment. But it got so much cheaper on Sonic that wallets were able to come in, buy it up over here, bring it back over to BNB, and then sell the token and gain a little bit of money on that transaction. I actually did it once. I noticed this, and I came in and I bought... not a lot, I'm not a huge whale, so I didn't arbitrage a lot, but I took like $20, bought some tokens, took them over to ETH, sold the tokens, and I made I think $30. So I made $10 really quick, and I was like, cool. And then I put it back into the project anyways. But when there's an arbitrage opportunity, it just allows the tokens to kind of have some money. Now, eventually, what AJ does, he gets his tokens onto a couple chains, and then they create bots to look for these opportunities, and the team makes that money and usually uses that money to incentivize things for the community. Now, what kind of things do they incentivize? This is the other part I'll tell you about Made Madness. They have a new little game. Now, this game is just a Telegram game. It's a very simple game in their Telegram, so you have to join their Telegram. You have to put in the word start, and then it will come up with this right here, start the spell bot. So I'm going to click on that, and it's going to come up and tell you how to join this little Telegram game. The basic thing here is you have to get some GG tokens on Sonic, and then you have to send them over to the bot. And then once you've made your deposit to the bot, you can start to play the game. You will see here that the way the game works is once a day you can claim a free spell. You cast the spell and you will either win GG tokens, you win an artifact, or you win nothing. Now, if you won nothing, no big deal. It was your free spin. But you can spend GG to spin again. So the guys who want to gamble can gamble. The guys who just want to play the game can spin once a day. It's up to you. Either way you want to do. And the GG tokens they're giving away in this game come from the gamblers who lose, and from the tokens the team has, and the tokens, because this token was completely minted and given out, and everybody has their share, there will not be any more released to anyone. Then they were able to stake some of their team tokens, and they're able to take those staking earnings and give them additional tokens to fund things like this. At least that's what I've understood. Anybody from the team that checks this out can correct me, but it allows you to do it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how you can get into this game. And then I'm going to join it and try to do my first spell live here on the video. But before we get to that part, let's go ahead and give us our winner for the 1,000 tickets. All right. So we're going to do a couple shuffles here. Just randomly click, 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 click. And now we'll get our winner. I didn't even see who was where. Oh, is it going to be Cosmos? Cosmos coming in with the win. 1,000 tickets coming your way. I will go ahead and get those out to you as soon as I can. I'll be reaching out to you on X after I'm done with this video, and giving you your tickets as soon as you get back to me. Oh, one other thing. If you win the tickets, you need to have a BSC wallet. Tickets are currently only on Binance Smart Chain, so you'll need to have a BSC wallet. If you don't have one at all, we could talk to something. Maybe I give you a little less tickets and a tiny bit of BNB if you set up a wallet. So we'll figure that out, though, if that comes to happen. Okay. Now, one other honorable mention right now. They have a pinned tweet right now with the internal tags. Well, so you can come and you can like, retweet this post, and then you can leave a comment tagging 3 friends, and you can have a chance to win $100 from doing this as well. So this is Honor vs. Madness's Twitter account. This is the other part of their May Madness event. So they're giving away $100 on this post, and then they're giving away a couple $100 on the contest here. Okay, so if you want to get into Honor vs. Madness, first off, where can you buy the token? You can buy the token on DexSwap. It has a liquidity pair that it is directly against Ethereum. This is on Binance Smart Chain. So you would want to have some Ethereum on Binance Smart Chain. Now, DexSwap only has a few tokens, and they only have higher TVL on the tokens that are part of AJ's project, because this is their DEX. They are working on getting this DEX eventually being full multi-chain and tied in to their other DEX that they run. But, you know, for now, they have this one DEX. It's on BNB, and if you want to get into their tokens, you have to do it here, or you can get it on the SwapX platform. SwapX is a DEX that is running over on Sonic. Now, if you want to get into the new game they're running on Telegram, you have to have tokens over here on Sonic. The reason that they're doing it over on Sonic, to my knowledge, is because if they get more volume on SwapX, then maybe the GG token can get into the SwapX Earn program. Just like any other DEX, they have a way for people to swap. But how are you going to get to Sonic? Well, I'm only going to show you the way that I've gotten to Sonic. There's going to be other ways out there. You can look into them. But the way that you can get out to there is you can bridge your tokens here on the RhinoFi site. So on RhinoFi, you'll see I have my wallet connected here. I am going to be moving over some dollars from here to Sonic. If you need some Sonic tokens, you can press this little button here, and now they're going to use $1 of my transaction to buy some Sonic. Now, I've done that in the past, and it was kind of a tiny little boon for me because my Sonic went up a tiny bit. But since I was only buying a couple dollars worth of Sonic for gas, it was easy to do. So now you can see I'm spending $16, and I'm going to be going over there. So first I have to set my little spending cap for the token. I have $27. They want me to approve 16. If you don't mind doing these approvals all the time and spending like this 0.38 cents, then yeah, I'm just going to approve what I'm going to spend. But just in case the quote changes, I'm going to change this to 16.20. I'm not afraid with them having 6 more cents approval. If somebody hacks the site and gets 6 cents out of my wallet, well, that's just bad luck for me. And now I'm going to bridge the token. I'm using Rabby Wallet, but obviously this will work with a lot of different wallets that are on here. All right, you can see here's April 20th, back when I did my first thing and I bought a little Sonic. I did a one here, bought a little Sonic. This was when I did my arbitrage. And then right here, this is my funding just to be able to buy a little bit more GG over on the SwapX platform. Okay, and you do need, I thought the Telegram bot, I thought there was a minimum of how much GG. I think you have to deposit at least 2,500. Did it say it maybe the first time I brought up the bot? And now that it might have. Let me double check. Let me see if I can find it over here, and then I'll bring it over just while the bridge is going through. No, I guess they haven't said how much you have to deposit. I guess you just have to go through here, but I believe you have to, since a spell costs 2,500, I think you have to deposit at least that much. I'm going to look to deposit probably like 10,000. That way, if I feel like it, I can gamble a little bit, but mostly I'm just going to be doing my daily spin, my daily spells. Okay, we're still waiting right here. A little bit. What else can we go over while we're waiting for our bridge to go through? I did all my approvals, right? Yeah. You sent here. You received Blink to Sonic. And it is just blinking. Okay, let me double check it didn't go through. So if I click on Sonic. Nope. Right here, USD. Oh, wait a second. You sent 50 from, you received from Binance Smart Chain to Sonic. Yeah, I sent it the right way. You see, I got a whole 13 Sonic tokens here. Big monies here. There's my ticket balance that I'll be pulling from, guys. Of course, that's not on Sonic. It's just my one little integrated token. Great job. The bridge has been initiated. You can relax and check your balance later. Usually this goes through pretty quick. I thought SwapX said I had a few more dollars. No, I had 13 Sonic. That's what it was. So USDC, I only have 4. And I'm looking to buy Grim Gold. See if I buy just $4 worth. That's going to get me 11,000 tokens. So when my transaction goes over, I think I'll be able to buy maybe like $15 worth. That'll give me a nice 47,000 tokens and I'll deposit most of those into the game so that I have a decent little balance in there. Now you can withdraw your tokens out of the game. They're not locked up or anything, but you have to have tokens in there to be playing the game and to get registered to play it. Okay. Let's see here. We're still waiting for this to finish, it would seem. Close that little ad. The bridge would be slow the day that I decide to show you guys the bridge. We'll go to view full history. Yeah, this one is still pending. What else can we talk about? Oh, wait. Oh, no, still pending. Let's go back over here. Oh, yeah, we can talk about the stakes really quick. So let's go. Let me go show you the stakes. Stake. So this is Honor vs. Madness staking site. We can go over here. You can see I currently have 425,000 tokens staked. This is kind of interesting because for me to get into staking the tokens, I would have to stake just to get a 100%. And I showed you the current winner has a 1,000%. I would have to stake 425,000 more tokens. Also, as you can see, that top depositor, let's see, if I took this, that would get me 400,000 tokens. That would get me 4 million tokens. So 1,700? No, even more. Maybe 2,000? Oops. $2,000. Yeah, that gets you 5.7. So when we were looking at that leaderboard here, if that's not quite $2,000, but close to. So those are really big amounts of HVM that got staked. And how long did it get staked for? Where did my staking contract go? Right here. Okay. If they did it for the lowest amount of time, they staked it for a month. You can see here I have a stake for a month. This stake is going to be ending on June 3rd. So I still have a couple months or a couple weeks left. This one was kind of recent of 175,000 tokens. And right over here, I have one over here. It does not end until July. These ones go for 90 days. So it's either 1 month, 90 days, 6 months, or a year. Now, I haven't done a 1 year stake yet, mostly because I don't know if I want to lock up my GG for that long at this time. When I originally got my very first GG, I might have locked it up for that long. But you can see the APRs are very different. You get 37 here. I get 22 here. I kind of wish I would have done more on this one. It's ending on the 7th, but this was earlier that I started this one before I had as much GG as I have now. And, not that I have a ton. I only have 425,000 tokens staked. And let's see if I was going to do a new stake. I have another 96,000 tokens. So I'm a little over 500,000 tokens. I probably am going to be trying to push this number to 1 million tokens, but we'll see. I can tell you when I got into the pre-sale of this token, I only got 75,000 tokens. So I've increased my pre-sale by 5. I've lowered my cost of entry into the program because we are under pre-sale prices. And it's going to make it a lot easier for me to recover my original investment in value by doing that. Let's go check our bridge. Are we still waiting for our bridge? We still are. That's interesting. Transactions. Okay, I got some spam stuff. Yeah, here we go. So deposit with Rhino. There's my 16 USDC I deposited. Yeah, so it should have gone through on this side. We're just waiting for it to go through. Well, because we don't want to wait for the bridge, what I think I can do, I have $4 over here. So we're just going to buy $4 worth of the token, deposit this, and then we can start 10,000 tokens, and then we can start playing the game. That way we can end the video. Sorry I wasn't able to show you the bridge. The bridge will eventually go through. Since I asked for a little bit of Sonic, it'll go through. Maybe by the end of the video, I'll be able to show you it went through. But we'll go ahead and just do this little swap here. So now we got some GG token. Now, if you want to buy it on Sonic and stake it, I'll quickly just show you this. We're just waiting for these. Oh, right. I've got my GG. But if you go over here to Honor versus Madness, you will see the bridge. The bridge is also on the staking page. This is when you can move tokens. So you can see here, if I change this one to Sonic, it'll now show my little 13,000 Sonic that I now own over here. I would transfer it into the BNB chain through the bridge, and then I would be able to stake it. All right. Now we need to go to Sonic. We need to unfold the chains. We need to unfold Sonic. We need to unfold GG. And then we need to send. Okay. Then from the Telegram bot here, I need to send my GG to here. So I'm going to take this. I'm going to go ahead and add that to contacts. Say Honor game. Confirm that. Put in my password and then 10,000 tokens. Just 3. Do I not have 10,000? No, not Sonic. No, on-chain Sonic. GG. Balance 0.57. What? But I just bought some. Okay. We'll keep this in the clipboard. And then we'll go back. Maybe my wallet didn't update yet. Let me go look at SwapX. Yeah, the balance. We saw the balance in the Rabby wallet. That was weird. Okay, so Sonic point. You don't seem to be updating, Rabby. My balance. Okay, there. That's right. My balance. Yes, there we go. 13,000. Send. Oh, come on. What is going on here? Everything is just... Okay, wait. I know what we'll do. So... No. Sorry guys, the wallet's being a little weird with me today. I know this is making this a lot longer video. Rabby, why are you being strange? Okay, let me try locking the wallet. Unlocking the wallet. Going here, going to Sonic. Going here, hitting send. There we go. That fixed it. Balance is now 13,000. So I can put in that wallet. It's the Honor game. 10,000 tokens. Live troubleshooting, guys. Grant the permission. Confirm. And send. Alright, need to do that. Rabby was just warning me that I've never sent any tokens to this contract before, but that's fine. Okay. There's my start wallet. There's my wallet. Make sure that you do the start command and you get your wallet you control. You see how that's going to be my wallet. Don't accidentally send your money to somebody else's wallet. That won't be good for you. Now if we go to here and we go to transactions, we go to here. Now the thing they want you to do here is to get the transaction hash. So that's the wallet. Here it went through. We have a success. So this is that. Now, how do we get the transaction hash again? I think that's this one here at the top. So you want to copy the transaction hash. I knew I've done this before, but it's just been a while. And then we're going to paste that into the game. Oh. Wallet. Okay, now they want me to give them my address for withdrawals. So that'll just be my address. So then I'll put in my address. Okay, so then I'm going to do start Spellbot. And then I'm going to go back to here and I'm going to copy my hash again. And I'm going to reply with my hash. There we go. So guys, I guess you can set up your wallet first. When you do the start command, do the wallet command first. Add your wallet you're going to be sending the tokens from. But as you can see, even if you do it backwards, it still works. So now we've got our 10,000 in here. Now we're going to go ahead and look up here at the different commands. Right? We're going to go. Wait. Balance. Okay. So I want to do my daily, right? So I'm going to do DAILY, daily Spellbot. Daily spell. I won 2,500 GG. So my new balance is now 12,500 GG. And that's enough. They're letting me know to do 5 spells. Now I can do the start command again. And I can have the different commands come up. So, if I wanted to stop playing this game now, I could go ahead and do it with withdrawal, and I would have won myself 2,500 tokens. So it was that easy for me to get 2,500 more tokens. Hopefully, if you stuck around to watch it, you'll be willing to give this a try. Now let's go ahead and see if my bridge transaction went through. Yeah, this is going a little slow, so I'll probably have to contact Rhino's support and get back to you guys on if it went through or not. But I'm not going to make you sit around for that. You've already been very patient with me. If you got to the end of this video, let me know, and I will talk to you guys later.